Hey, how's it going, guys? Chills here with ChillsTV. Welcome to another one of my Christmas vlogs. Mine and Jelly's Journey's Christmas vlogs. She was just here, but she decided to go do something else. So I don't know what she's doing. Looks like she's playing with the TV.
I'm turning on music.
She's turning on music so we could get a nice little copyright. Hold on, guys. I'm opening up our vlogs in case people do come in. Turn this sound off on here. There we go.
You don't want an echo?
I don't want an echo. Well, technically, right now, looks like the Elf is on TV. Finch, leave the rock alone. Come on, get up here and show people you. There comes the Finchy. Oh, this is Deck the Hut, or Deck. I forgot what it's called. But there's Finchy, guys. I don't know what y'all's doing. She's supposed to be on video, but she's doing something. There she is.
Hi, Finchy.
All right, guys. So basically, what we're going to talk about tonight is how many books do we have here now?
11, 12, 13.
We got 13 Christmas story books, which are good to basically read on Christmas Eve to your kids if you have kids and stuff. We don't, but these are books that we just kind of like to read around Christmas time, especially
Most
Jelly
of them
here.
are good ones to read.
So, yeah, let's get started on this, I guess. Are you ready to, or? She says that we should talk or stall.
Still
until people come
we
in.
might get some people in. I don't know.
But we don't know. It's kind of late. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. So we got 13 books that we decided were good Christmas books to read with your family. How do you want to go with it? You want to do the countdown from 13 or like we do it? Like we've been doing it?
I think we should just go through them.
Just go through them?
Yeah, and I'm not sure I would read that first book to kids.
It's a Christmas book and it's for kids.
It's not really for kids.
If your kids can't handle it, then I'm sorry. They're pansies.
No. I mean, if you want to share the Mickey Mouse one with them, but not the original story.
No, you gotta do the original. It's an original ghost story.
But it's a big, long chapter book.
It's a ghost story, but it's a good book.
What kid wants to sit and listen to a big, long chapter book in old English that they don't even understand?
Okay, yeah, because this is by this author, yeah, that makes sense.
It's an old book.
All right, this book is A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens that we're talking about here. So yeah, I would agree with that one. If it was by a different author, then
or more kid friendly, because the original
friendly.
I've never actually read the original story, but
no matter what story you do it, it's all about the three ghosts. It comes and sees Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah, but you can sum that up in a few. You can sum it up in a few.
The only reason why you say it's not
pages.
Christmas or it's not kids is because of death.
No.
Death is part of life.
No, I'm saying it's not for kids because it's a long chapter book and it's probably, since it was written so long ago, it was written so long ago that I don't think it could hold a child's attention, especially kids nowadays.
I would have to agree with you on that. I would have to agree with you on that.
That's why I say it's not really a kid's story, but it's a good one to read.
You also got to remember, back in the day when this book was written, there wasn't like TV like there is nowadays.
Right, so back then a kid could handle that book, but not now.
Yeah, because they got nothing better to do.
Right, they'd be whining.
They'd be whining and be bored.
That's me, the other person.
But book number 2, I would say is a classic. Yeah, it's a good book for Christmas, and that would be Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer by Robert Mays.
Mays? I don't know.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I didn't even know it was a book. I thought it was just a cartoon.
I do remember this as a book. I do remember owning the book when I was a child. and my dad reading it to me on Christmas Eve and to my brothers and family and stuff. And to me, it's still a bully book, just like the movie. I mean, it's a good Christmas book about how Santa comes and takes him and how Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer saves Christmas. And it was still an enjoyable book. Mm-hmm. But now, everybody could go with our next one, number 3. Everyone's read this book. I mean, I'm pretty sure you did. Your parents probably read it to you.
I read it to my kids every year.
Read it to your kids. And that is How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss. An amazing author, let me add. He's got multiple books.
Yep, and all of his books have some kind of important message. That's why I love reading them to the kids.
Oh, yes. I mean, Dr. Seuss is a great author, kind of like Charles Dickens.
Yeah, and it's good. I use that to teach my kids about, it's not all about getting presents.
And Dr. Seuss didn't write these ones?
No, he didn't write those. I don't know who wrote those ones.
I don't know who wrote these ones. But these are good books, too. But back to How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I mean, it's still a classic. I mean...
Yeah, and the kids love it. They love that story. They all
right?
know it. Yeah, that's some of the Who's. And especially now that the movie just came out, then it's really... They really recognize it.
I mean, I like it. I mean... How the Grinch Stole Christmas, it's a memorable book. It really is. I give it 2 thumbs up, most definitely. I mean, I remember even it being read to us as kids in school.
Yeah, I read it to my kids all the time, and they know it, and they're always excited. And then we get to talk about it when we finish reading it. And it's always a nice conversation to have.
I don't know this book, but I'm pretty sure, since it is on our list, that you know this book. So go ahead and tell them what this book is.
Okay. It's The Gingham Dog and the Calico Cat. And I know it's not like that popular of a story. I used to love it when I was a kid. My mom bought it for me. And I think she actually got me the dog and the cat. But anyway, it's about, it starts off with these 2 elves in Santa's workshop. And one is making a dog and one is making a cat. And while they're making the toys, they start arguing with each other and fighting, and they're just really mean to each other. So when the toys, or I guess they come to life, so they're not really toys, but...
kind of like the Nutcrackers, where they all come to life. And
yeah, but in the end, they're real.
They're real?
Yeah, they're a real cat and a dog. So the elves are fighting, and then the cat and the dog, when they're done being made, they start fighting. And because the elves making them were fighting with each other. So Santa takes them to go, deliver them on Christmas Eve, and they're fighting in his bag, and they fall out of the sleigh. And so they're like stuck in a forest, and it's cold, and they have to learn how to get along to be able to find their home.
Okay. Off topic, I want to do a little publicity. Uber, this holiday season, if you are drinking, guys, please remember to call Uber. It's cheaper than paying that bond. But back to our books. And no, that wasn't just because Uber paid me to do that, because they didn't. I just saw my sticker there, and I wanted to show you guys my cool new sticker that we're supposed to put in our windows. But, yeah, I don't know that book.
I'll bring it home from school.
I'd have to read it.
And you can read it. There was a movie, too, that they made.
There's a movie about a lot of these books. That's what I like about the Christmas books, because they all became good motion pictures. I mean, if you guys did watch some of our top 10 Christmas movies, some of these books did make our top 10
movie list too.
But I'm shocked that I'm not sure. I don't remember if we put this one on there or not. And if we didn't, this one should have been on our movie list, because I do like this one, which is our number 5. I would tell you our number 5, but Jelly decided to change the page. Hey, Mondo.
I thought we wrote down. Oh, hi.
He hasn't read it either.
You haven't read Gingham Dog and Calico Cat? Oh, man.
This is coming from your dad.
Maybe instead of movie night, we should have story night.
Yeah, we did celebrate movie night tonight with our in-laws. We went and watched Elf.
I thought we wrote down
which is a great movie. I don't think we did.
Okay, we'll go.
Our books right here.
Go ahead then.
But our number 5 book that I I still like it. It's still a great Christmas book to me. I mean, it's the Polar Express. I mean, I don't know who the author is, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know the author of the last book. But if you guys do know who the author of the Polar Express is, please in the comments go ahead and leave us that.
He's a really famous author, and I can't think of his name. It's the same guy who wrote Jumanji, and I don't know, he has a bunch of books.
But the Polar Express, I mean, it's a great book. I mean, if y'all watch the movie, it has Tom Hanks in the movie and stuff like that. I actually say the book is a little bit better than the movie.
It's more magical.
More magical, exactly. But the movie was still good too, don't get me wrong. I mean, it did. I'm not sure if it did make my list, but if it didn't, it should have.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that.
Oh, look, there's my mother-in-law.
Yeah, I actually, I think I have it here. Let me see.
Jelly's Journey's going to go see if she has it somewhere. But yes, the Polar Express is, to me, is still a great movie. I mean, that's the one where the little boy, or the kids can only hear, I think it's the Christmas bell, where only kids are allowed to hear it, adults can't hear it. You know, and the train comes in the middle of the night. And, oh, people that only believe could hear it. So that one's still a great Christmas book to read to your kids. Chris Van Allsburg. Okay, so that's who wrote up Christmas stories. Chris Van Allsburg.
Thanks, Mom.
There it is.
Gingham Dog and the Calico Cat. Next movie night.
Do we even have a VCR anymore?
I do at school.
This one, I'm sorry I have not read it, but I have seen a movie to it, and I did not know it was a book, so we did make our list. Because this
you know that's a book.
Well, I knew it was a book, but I haven't read it.
I'm surprised you haven't read it.
But by William D. Howells, it's The Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, The Night Before Christmas.
Or The Night Before Christmas.
That's a very popular.
I haven't read it, but I have, it's like, I think my dad read it to me. I've also seen the movie. Isn't it a movie?
I don't know. It's a classic story that everybody reads. Well, not everybody.
I didn't read it.
A lot of people read on Christmas.
But I know the story.
Yeah, it was the night before.
Yeah, before Christmas, all through the house, little mouse and all that stuff.
Smell that stuff.
Yeah, it's still a good Christmas book. That would be definitely one that's good to read to your kids on Christmas Eve and tucking them in right before, Santa comes and everything else, steals the cookie, raids the fridge, drinks your milk.
Yeah. There's also a Olaf's Night Before Christmas.
An Olaf's Night Before Christmas?
Yep.
We'll have to check that one out.
I have it at school.
Here's another classic book. I have not read it, but from my research, this one keeps popping up.
I've read it.
And Jelly's Journey's read it, so this is called The Gift of the Magi?
Gift of the Magi.
Magi? Go ahead and tell them what that's about, because I have no idea.
So Mom and Dad are in here, and there's two more people. The Gift of the Magi. It's a really good story. It's about this couple, and they're really poor, and the woman has really long, beautiful hair, and the man plays the harmonica. And Christmas time comes around, and of course they don't have money to buy each other gifts. So the woman gets this idea to sell her hair. So she cuts her hair super short, and she buys a case for the man's harmonica. I don't know, I read the story a long time ago, so I might not have it exactly right. So she buys a case for her husband's harmonica. Well, the husband, he sees this beautiful comb in a shop, and he wants to buy it for his wife, so he sells his harmonica to buy her the comb for her hair.
That's pretty cool. So basically they both sacrifice their gifts for each other.
Yeah, they both sacrifice something
to get each other a gift. Okay. That's actually kind of really
It's a really sweet story.
That's really good. That's a really nice story. I'm going to have to actually try to go to the library tomorrow and see if they have that. All right, this one, is...
That was mine.
This one's a Jelly's Journey, but I do remember this one. I have read this one. To me, this is a classic. Berenstain Bears Meet Santa.
Meet Santa Bear.
Meet Santa Bear. I mean, that was I'm not sure how you would say his name, because there's like epical debate on Ben. What's his last name?
Berenstain.
Yeah, for Berenstain, or is it Berenstain?
Oh.
Because remember on the thing, there's a whole little debate on the spelling.
Yeah, that weird little thing that they're talking about that people used to like. That's how I thought it was. It used to be spelled Stain, but it's Stein, like appearing now in all the books.
Yeah, because everyone says it wasn't always that way.
I don't know.
But yes, it's still a good book.
It's got to be on my list because I'm a big Berenstain Bears fan.
Berenstain Bears fans
Hey,
are
Gabrielle.
pretty good. Gabrielle's in here. How's it going, cuz?
It's a family chat.
I don't know if they're all family. There's 6 people in here.
One's you, one's me. I don't know who the other person is. Everybody say hi so I know who you are.
Yeah, everybody say hi. But, yeah, the Berenstain Bears Meet Santa, I mean, that was a pretty good book. I would recommend that one for a Christmas book. I mean,
it's cute.
It's a cute book, but I'm not,
Berenstain
like, my
Bears.
memories of it is kind of vague on it. Like, it wasn't a book I always got read. But I remember it because I used to have a collection of Berenstain Bear books. So I'll let you tell them about the Berenstain Bear.
The thing is, I haven't read it in a while either. Not in a year. I was going to read it to my kids yesterday. But we had been reading The Gingerbread Man. And I have, there's so many different versions of it. So we were doing compare and contrast on all the stories. And they fell in love with The Gingerbread Man, and now that's all they want to read. I thought they would have gotten tired of it by the 5th story, but no.
No.
I tried to read them Berenstain Bears, but they didn't want to. They wanted to read Gingerbread Man. So I can't really remember. I know brother and sister are going to meet Santa.
I remember that.
And it's sister's first time meeting Santa Bear.
She was scared, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's scared, and it talks about them writing their list and everything.
I remember that. Here's another classic, guys. This one is another good one. I mean, there's also the movie that comes on, I think, Channel 7 or KOAT here in New Mexico.
I just watch YouTube.
But this is another classic, guys. This one is Frosty the Snowman. I mean, this is about your typical snowman with the magical hat, comes to life.
You know the story.
Yeah, you guys know the story of Frosty. Everybody knows that story. Steve Nelson actually wrote the book. It's way before my time. I didn't actually get a date of it, but I mean, this is a classic. I mean, this one I would still recommend reading to your kids on Christmas Eve. Here's one I did not know was a Christmas story.
It's not really a Christmas story. It's more of a winter story.
Yeah, but it's a cute story. I remember this book. It was called The Mittens by Jan Brett.
The Mitten.
The Mitten, and this one is where it was a child loses its mitten in the forest. And all these different animals start moving in the mitten to get warm. Like there's a rabbit and a mouse and
yeah, they're all squished inside the
coyote and all kinds of stuff trying to live in this little mitten for warmth because it was really, really cold in the forest, I guess, that night. But I mean, I guess it's just because it's a wintry book.
It's a winter story because they're trying to get out of the snow, so they climb in the
Yeah, so they try to get warm. And that comes in at our number 10 spot. Number 11. I don't know nothing about this book, but Jelly's Journey here, she got really, really excited, had to make this on her list. So go ahead and tell me your story on this one.
It's Merry Christmas, Big Hungry Bear. And I don't know who the author is. I have this book at school, and I love reading it to the kids. It's a lot of fun. But
hey, JoJo. Just wanted to say hi to my little cousin.
There's it's about this little mouse, and there's more stories about the mouse and the bear, but this little mouse, and he's afraid of the big hungry bear, and it's actually the author talking to the mouse, so it has the mouse, and he's celebrating Christmas, and he has his tree up and all of his gifts, and the author tells him, well, little mouse, what about the big hungry bear? And the mouse is scared of the bear, of course, so he bolts up his door, puts boards across it, and gets all his presents and locks him up because he thinks the bear's gonna come and steal all his presents. And then the author makes him feel guilty and he tells him, "Oh, the big hungry bear's all alone in his cave on Christmas Eve." And so the mouse starts feeling guilty and ends up making himself a little Santa outfit and taking gifts up to the big hungry bear. It's a cute story.
It sounds like a cute story. Here's a...
Maybe we'll have story time on my channel.
I'm gonna have to... Yeah, that'd be cool.
We'll do Christmas stories on my channel.
That would actually be cool. Read a storybook to the kids every night.
I like that idea.
I know my little cousin Jojo would like that idea. But coming in...
Well, we didn't really do a
That was
countdown.
number 11. Yeah, that was just number 11. Yeah, we weren't really doing a countdown. But number 12 is another one I do not know about, but Jelly's Journeys does. This is, I guess, her Christmas books.
Because I read it to my kids every year. It's by Jan Brett, and it's called The Christmas Trolls. And it takes place in Norway, where there's a lot of trolls. And it's about this little girl named Treva, and she starts noticing that her Christmas things are missing from her house. Like, they keep looking for, like, their angel tree topper and the presents they bought for each other. Like, everything is showing up, or not showing up, but everything is missing. And so one day she looks out the window and she sees their Christmas pudding, like, gliding across the snow. So she goes and follows it, and it's a little hedgehog that's stealing all their stuff. And he takes it into the woods and up to one of the trees, and he's sitting there under the tree, and a ladder comes down, and two little trolls come climbing down the ladder. And the little girl discovers that the trolls have been stealing their things because they want to have Christmas. And so she meets the trolls, and they're, like, fighting with each other. And so she tries to teach them about being kind, and they live in the trees, so they decorate their trees for Christmas. And she just kind of teaches them what Christmas is all about. It's a really sweet story.
All right, guys.
We'll read it on story time on my channel.
There you go. But on number 13, this one is a little out of ordinary. We saw this on Disney Shorts. It's called
Pixar Disney Shorts.
It's called Little Match Girl.
Depressing.
It's a storybook. I mean, it is sad. It is a real sad book. It's about a little girl who's very, very poor, and she's homeless. She's homeless, and it's Christmas time.
And she's trying to sell matches.
Yeah, she's trying to sell matches.
That's how she makes money. She sells matches.
Yeah, she tries to make money by selling matches. And I think it was just to buy a gift for a family member or something, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
I don't remember what she was selling them for. But it is a sad story because the little girl does end up passing away in the book, and it.
Now we told you the end. Don't have
Spoiler
to watch
alert.
it. Spoiler alert.
You guys should still read the book. The book is still good.
Yeah, well, she ends up lighting all the matches.
Well, it's cold outside.
She ends up lighting her matches to try to keep warm. And every time she lights one, she, like, has a dream about, like, a big Christmas dinner or something.
Yeah.
And then she ends up lighting all of her matches so that she can stay there in the warm little room and
in her dream and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then the end it shows her frozen.
But it does. But
sad.
Yeah, those are our 13 Christmas storybooks to read to your kids on Christmas Eve.
Well, mostly.
Mostly, but out of these books, which one would you say would be your favorite? Your number one that you would read to your kids?
I read all of these stories to my kids.
I know, but your number one favorite, like the one, like if none of these other books existed, the number one book that you would say put them in a Christmas spirit. I don't know. I'd have to go with Polar Express.
That's what I was going to go with, Polar Express. I read that one to my kids every year on the last day of school before winter break. And I actually make a train in my classroom, and the kids come in, and I send them out of the class for water break, and I make a little train in my classroom real quick. And then I sit at the front and read them the story. Your mom
wants the Polar Express train to go around her tree, doesn't she?
I think so, yeah.
I think that's one of those gifts I try to find, but man, that's one expensive train. Because I always want to get that for Christmas, and man, and it was expensive then, remember? But yeah, I would have to agree with that. The Polar Express is my favorite Christmas book. It just it just shows the magic of Christmas. It shows, to me, what Christmas is really about. I mean, how, like, I always remember the scene or off the movie, the part when they're listening to the bell and the adults can't hear it, and because they no longer believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and believe it or not, I hear that there's actually coming out with a part 2 where there's an actual adult who can actually hear the Christmas bell. It's a different book or something like that. I don't know. So yeah, but I heard that they're supposed to be coming out with a part 2 to that. I don't know if they're writing a book to it too or what, but I'm interested to see how that's going to work out. But yeah, these are our 13 Christmas storybooks that we would recommend for Christmas Eve to read to your kids and stuff like that. If you guys have any books that you guys like to share, please let us know in the comments, and we could talk about that if you guys have any good books that you guys want to share.
Yeah. Coming from the other teacher in the room. What Christmas stories did you use to read to your kids, Mom?
We're all quiet. Dead air. Dead air.
Waiting.
But yeah, there is a teacher in here. Jelly's Journey's parents are watching. They do watch most of our shows, so that's always cool. Thank you guys for the support.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna do Christmas stories on my channel because I love to read. I love to read stories.
You do. That'd be a really cool thing, and I know.
I'll do the Grinch and
I'm pretty
Big
sure
Hungry Bear.
my cousin Jojo will probably be on there to watch it. I'm pretty sure he likes stories.
Oh, it's Pirate Princess.
Oh, what's going on, Pirate Princess? How you doing?
Pete the Cat, Night Before Christmas.
Night Before Christmas.
I haven't read the Pete the Cat. I think I've read like 1 or 2 Pete the Cat books, but I haven't read that one. I'll have to look for it because I think my kiddos would love that.
Pete the Cat.
Yeah, it's a really cool
but
cat.
I don't know. I still have to go with my favorite book would be Polar Express, but I still have to say Christmas Carol is
even more fun.
Christmas Carol is the best ghost story Christmas of them all.
I don't like Christmas Carol.
I do. I like Polar Express, so that would be my Christmas book. It has a song and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, for the Pete the Cat has a song?
The Night Before Christmas.
I want to know, is Puff the Magic Dragon a Christmas movie? Because we used to watch that a lot when we were kids. And then it's kind of weird because when we got older, I showed you that movie, remember? Mm-hmm. And I was like, he was not a nice dragon. He was a soul-stealing dragon. So don't watch Puff the Magic Dragon because, yeah, he's a soul-stealing dragon who brought the kid to his fear, remember?
Yeah.
And I'm still not sure about the gift of the Magi. That one's I want to read that one. I mean, you said it was about that couple. It sounded really cool. I want to check that one out.
Let's see. I looked up more Christmas stories.
It's HarperCollins.com.
Write that down.
I don't have a pen. Charlie will be right back. She went to go get a pen, guys.
I went to get my cool pen. Lights up.
But Pirate Princess, let me do a quick rundown for you of the books that we chose. Real fast one, which is A Christmas Carol, Rudolph, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Grinham the Dog and Gingham Dog and Calico Cat, Polar Express, Night Before Christmas, The Gift of the Magi, Bearstein Bear Meets Santa. I don't know what this is. Oh, Frosty the Snowman. It looked like it said Tutti Frutti.
What?
Frosty the Snowman, The Mitten, The Christmas Big Hungry Bear,
Merry Christmas,
Big Hungry Bear, Christmas Trolls, and Little Match Girl. I don't know, Pirate Princess, if you followed Disney shorts or anything like that, but yeah, that's the Little Match Girl is a sad story. I mean, it's a cool Christmas story.
Christmas Princess.
Look at that.
The Little Match Girls, Hans Christian Andersen.
There's the Magi.
Yep. Yeah, Gift of the
That's
Magi.
the one I remember too.
I
How
looked
to
up
Catch
some
Santa.
more. Oh, Too Many Tamales.
Yeah.
That's a good story. If you've never read Too Many Tamales, it's a good story for kids. It's about this little girl, and she's helping her mom make tamales, but her mom, of course, takes off her wedding ring, and the little girl wants to wear it so bad, so she puts it on, and she's making the tamales, and then later in the evening, she realizes that the wedding ring is missing. She had completely forgotten about it, and she freaks out, thinking that she cooked it in the tamales. And so her and her cousins run downstairs and they decide to eat all of them to try to find the ring.
Believe it or not, I actually had tamales last night for dinner. Those
it's
were
a
actually
really
pretty
good story. Oh, here's another Pete the Cat, 12 days. 12 groovy days of Christmas.
Pete the Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, looking at these, there was a cartoon I used to like, which was Cat Dog's Christmas. If y'all remember Cat Dog. Oh, look, I remember that one.
Which one?
This one right here.
An Angel Just Like Me?
Yeah, my dad used to read me that book. It was another sad one. I remember that, but I don't remember like exactly what it was about, but I remember it was a sad one.
Yeah.
Oh, this one too.
Oh, Little Critter.
What was this one? Merry Christmas,
Merry
Mom and Dad.
Christmas, Mom and Dad. Mercer Mayer's Little Critter. Love Little Critter.
I do remember that book. That was a good book. And that one. I remember that one.
Yeah, see, there's the Christmas Trolls.
I still haven't read that one. Like, I remember seeing that book, but I don't think I can recall ever reading
I
it.
remember seeing it because you've packed it in my
I have.
boxes about 4 times.
I don't remember How to Catch an Elf, but I do remember reading How to Catch Santa. That was a good book. If you guys have not checked out that one, do check out that one. And I still say Charlie Brown's Christmas. Jill didn't want it on there, but Charlie Brown's Christmas is a good Christmas book. I mean, really, really religious. They do have a lot of biblical.
Yeah.
Biblical statements.
There's another book I have in my room. I just thought I think it's Prancer, but I don't know if I've ever read it. I don't remember. You just stole my...
Yeah, sorry. I did. I started looking at her Christmas
There's the
books.
Elf on the Shelf, too.
Yeah, the Elf on the Shelf book. It's a pretty good book. And she's actually doing Elf on the Shelf in her classroom right now. She was just cracking me up today because they went on a field trip. And
the elf went on the field trip. The kids named him Rainbow Elfie. And it's so much fun because every morning they come in my classroom and they're like, "Where's the elf? Where's the elf?" And they're running all over the classroom trying to find him. And today they couldn't find him. He was there. I told him he was there this morning. But when we went to class, when I went to get him from the cafeteria for the morning to start class, he was gone when we got back. And so we were all wondering where he went, and then it turns out he was in my backpack ready to go on the field trip. They got excited. They saw him hanging out the side.
She knows the Cat Dog theme song. I do. I love Cat Dog. Cat Dog was an awesome cartoon, and so was Rocco's Modern Life when I was growing up.
It's one of the best Christmas books. Let's see.
Now she's looking up some other ones.
Now I'm looking them up. Elf on the Shelf, Fancy Nancy.
Fancy Nancy's a good book.
Cute. The Little Fir Tree?
Never read it, but I've heard about it, which is supposed to be like a tree that gets chopped down on Christmas time, but it forgets the meaning of what it was for. Like, it was meant to be a Christmas tree. And, yeah, I've heard of it. Never read it.
Rockstar Santa, that sounds fun.
That does sound fun.
Have you read Rockstar Santa? We'll get that for... Oh, Little Drummer Boy.
Oh, look at that. There's a Little Drummer Boy book. Yes, if you guys don't know, Little Drummer Boy, it does have a substantial meaning to me around the holiday season. And my family, ever since I was a little boy, has always called me their Little Drummer Boy. Believe it or not, when I was little, I always wanted to play the drums, and I totally sucked at it. So we definitely moved on from that subject. And my family did call me the little drummer boy for a while. I think my grandpa Roybal actually called me that first, and my dad just kept the whole little story of reading, calling me it in the song, and it's a tradition with my family. So, I remember this one.
If you take a mouse to the movies.
Yes.
A special Christmas edition, part of the If You Give a Mouse a Cookie series.
Yes.
I know I've read this book, but I don't remember it.
But
the mouse cookie stories and Give a Moose a Muffin, I don't have the Christmas one. I have the booklet that has If You Give a Pig a Pancake and If You Give a Moose a Muffin. Those are great stories if you have kids to read. Christmas Cookies, never read it. Christmas Magic, never read it. Merry Christmas Splat.
I've read that, Splat. Merry Christmas Splat. Sticker Man, never read it.
A Pussycat's Christmas.
Never read it.
The Biggest Christmas Tree Ever.
I have read that one.
I didn't know there was
I have read that one.
Okay, I've read The Biggest Pumpkin Ever and The Biggest Apple
I've only read that one.
I didn't know there was a Christmas one. I'll have to find it. This is dangerous because now I want to buy books for my classroom. Silent Night. There's The Night Before Christmas. Oh, there's a Jan Brett Night Before Christmas. Jan Brett is a really good author, and her books, she's beautiful illustrations.
I'm not good with authors unless it's Stephen King. That's the only author I really know.
I know a lot of authors.
I know a lot about Stephen King.
I don't know anyone else want to share their favorite Christmas story? Christmas book? When they were little or something that you...
I still remember The Nutcracker. That's like one book that keeps popping out of my head as a little kid. I remember reading The Nutcracker and how they came to life. And I think there was also like toy soldiers or something in there. I'm not really sure, but like, I'm not sure if it's like freaked me out as a kid or what. But I remember something about the Nutcracker, and my brother Wade would always open a gift and there would be a Nutcracker. Like every Christmas, my brother Wade gets a Nutcracker. I don't know why. What? She has a weird cheesy smile, so.
You didn't show and tell the other night. It's my friend.
Okay. Just showing and telling. These are awesome.
Nutcrackers.
There's a little Minnie. I don't know where she opens that. Oh, she opens in her chest. But my brothers, their mouths open. And they have soldiers.
I used to love the Nutcracker, but I liked the Care Bear version.
The Care Bear version.
The Care Bear version of the Nutcracker.
I did do a show and tell last time.
You showed off
Hey, I'm proud of some of my friends. I'm very proud of Timmy and where he's gone in his life.
The Grinch. Christmas in Camelot, never read that. My mom bought me Santa Comes to Albuquerque.
I gotta read that one. That'd be a cool one.
Thank you, Pirate. Secrets of a Christmas Box. How to Have the Best Christmas Ever. When Santa Fell to Earth. I haven't read any of these Christmas Carol.
There are so many different versions of the Christmas Carol.
I'm surprised.
I don't know. Out of all the Christmas carols, I'd have to say Scrooged is my favorite. You got to remember that movie with it's a little fairy that whops it upside the head.
Actually, I've never seen the whole movie.
You never seen the whole movie of Scrooge?
You started watching it and then you turned it off. You wanted to go to bed because it was past, 7?
Oh, yes. Go to bed at 8:30.
Sorry.
But yeah, Scrooge is I love that movie.
I'm not a big fan of A Christmas Carol because the movies
You said it's too scary. I like those movies. Those movies are actually pretty cool for ghost movies for Christmas time.
It's a good story and it's a classic, but I used to watch the Mickey Mouse one, and even that one kind of scared me a little bit.
Well, it's still the same story. I
like the Muppet version.
And that's still the same story too.
The ghost.
It's Marley, right?
No, it's not Marley. It's the Ghost of the Future.
Ghost of the Future? I thought it would be Ghost of Christmas Past.
No,
it is.
Future, because it's
Ghost of the Future is death.
Takes him to his death, and he's scary. Yeah, Mickey's Christmas Carol. That's the one I used to watch when I was little. But
that's actually on Netflix right now.
Chicken. I'm afraid of ghosts, so.
I'm not.
And I used to watch it all the time, and I don't know. I was afraid of it.
You know, I've never seen Mickey's Christmas Carol or Mickey's Christmas. They're on Netflix. And believe it or not, I actually tried to watch it on Monday when I was off.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept falling asleep. I don't know why. There was a book also I read. It was like the Christmas Diary or something like that when I was little. I got it at you remember when you were in school and they like let you go into that classroom, you could buy all those stuff and books and
book fair.
I guess it came with like a little paper thing that you would walk in there. And...
Book fair.
The book fair.
That's where I got it.
That's where I got that book at.
Who Built the Stable? Snowman. Christmas. Georgie and the Gingerbread Fairy.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
I was just going to say that.
Have a question. Talking about the Gingerbread Fairy. Is the Gingerbread Man a Christmas book? I mean, we were going to put it on here, but we weren't sure if it's a Christmas book or if it's just more of a winter book. Kind of like, which one was it?
The Mitten.
The Mitten. The Mitten to me isn't really a Christmas story, and I'm not really sure if the Gingerbread is a Christmas story either. I think it's just a cold, wintry story.
It's not even a wintry story, because when you watch when you read the books and look at the illustrations, it's always springtime.
It is springtime.
So
it's more of an Easter story.
I read it to my kids around Christmas time because that's when a lot of the gingerbread stuff comes out. Gingerbread houses, and that's when we make gingerbread cookies and all of that stuff. So, but it's not really a Christmas story. It has nothing to do with Christmas. And it actually takes place in the springtime.
It's a How Fast Can You Catch Me type story. It's a Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
About a little cookie.
Do you consider Gingerbread Man a Christmas story?
But everything I was looking up, it keeps showing up on there.
Gingerbread like earlier in the school year, but I wait till Christmas.
You wait until Christmas to do gingerbread?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, gingerbread does make sense. Gingerbread is like a Christmassy treat, but I wouldn't consider the Gingerbread Man story a Christmas story. To me, I would read that story more about like Easter time, because like you said, it is taking place in spring. I could see more of short sleeves and shorts than I do.
Yeah, well, they're
mittens and caps.
Chase him through farms and fields, and it's always flowery. And I mean, a lot of the stories, the fox carries him across the river. He's not going to go in the river in the middle of winter.
That is true, because it's kind of cold outside.
Okay, I'm thinking way too much about this. Tommy DePaola's Guess Who's Coming to Santa's for Dinner. I've never read it, but if it's by Tommy DePaola, I'll have to read that. He was the author of Stregonona.
I don't know.
Do you know Stregonona?
No, I know Narnia.
Narnia.
Is that a Christmas movie?
Oh, wait. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is Christmas themed.
That book is kind of cool.
Because the Snow Queen, when she takes over,
it was in Christmas time.
Yeah, she makes it winter. Well, actually, it was spring, but she makes it winter. And it's always winter, but it's never Christmas, because that's part of her curse. It's always winter, but never Christmas. And when they start to break the curse, when she starts losing her power, Santa comes.
That makes sense. So yeah, I would consider that one being Christmassy then. I don't know. I just like Narnia because it takes place in World War II, and it's really cool. And
Narnia is a really good story.
It really is.
Did you read the books?
I did read the books, even though you still think I didn't read the books. I did read that big old book that was like that big.
I read all the Narnia stories. They're really good.
She bought me this.
Read Narnia.
She bought me this Narnia book. I literally, guys, it was like that thick.
It was
like
all
4 or 5 books or whatever, all in one book.
There's like 6.
But if you guys know me, I don't read really fast. Like I'll get a book and it'll literally take me 4 years to read one book. Unless it's a really, really interesting book that I'm Like Stephen King.
Then it only takes him 3 years.
Yeah, then it only takes me 3 years. Well, I don't know. Ben Stoker's Dracula, I finished that book within 2 weeks. Because that was a really, really good book. If you guys have not read Dracula by Ben Stoker, that's a really good book. Really get into it. Guarantee it'll give you nightmares. Because I definitely did have nightmares where I was Dracula. And really, really cool book. But
Chupacabra book gave me nightmares.
I haven't read that one.
Llama Llama Holiday Drama. That sounds like fun.
I've seen that book. Like,
I know the llama books. I haven't really read any of them, but yeah, like this is dangerous because now I want to buy Christmas books. Christmas around the I need that. Disney Small World. I need that book.
It's a Disney's. It's a Small World. It's a Christmas around the world.
Christmas around the world. Yeah.
If you guys are Disney fans,
it does sound funny, doesn't Llama Llama?
If you guys are Disney fans, if you guys have heard of this book, please let us know.
Christmas
or where you could get this book. So I wonder if Disney has it. If you guys don't know, we are big, big Disney fans, so.
There's the Stickman again.
I know, I want to get the Stickman. Has anyone read this?
Stickman?
It keeps popping up.
I need the Small World one now, too. Oh, what was that story? Elf. Mom, are you still in here? The Littlest Angel. Never mind. The Littlest Angel. That's a sweet story. Where the angels trying to find a gift for Jesus.
No. Bringing nothing up.
Yeah, and like everybody's making fun of him or something, but I
this
don't
one
know.
I've seen. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if you guys can see that. But it's called The Littlest Elf. I do remember that. Nope, you can't see that. Look, I can see it right there. Sorry, guys. You guys can't see that.
It's the light.
But The Littlest Elf is a really good book. I don't remember nothing about the story, but I remember playing with the book and turning it up.
Merry Christmas, Olive.
I remember... I don't remember that one.
I don't either, but I'm going to have to buy it. N is for Navidad.
No, that means F is for Feliz.
Except at our school, we're a dual language school. My kids learn English and Spanish. So, I'm going to have to buy N is for Navidad. Sorry.
Only a Star?
Only a Star. Oh, What a Christmas. I don't know that one.
I don't know that one.
I don't know Christmas Morning. Happy Christmas, Gemma?
Never heard of it.
Cockadoodle Christmas? Is that like Rockadoodle?
I don't know. That's exactly what came in my head. If y'all came up with the same thing, Rockadoodle on that book, please let me know in the comments because that's exactly what I thought about.
It doesn't look like anything like that though.
Cockadoodle.
The Year of the Perfect Christmas Tree.
If
you recognize any of these books,
I think The Year of the Perfect Christmas Tree is kind of like another version of like the fir tree that we were talking about.
Maybe. The Christmas ABC.
I don't remember that one, but that book does look like it is
It's a little golden.
A little golden book. So that's one of those hard copy books that are like 4 pages long.
Pinkalicious, Counting Christmas.
What is that?
My Penguin Osbert.
I don't know, but I want a penguin.
The Gingerbread Pirates. See, there's a
Gingerbread Pirates.
How Santa Got His Job. Oh, I need that one.
We need to check that book out because I'm kind of curious on how Santa got his job because that's a pretty cool job.
And then there's How Santa Lost His Job.
So we need to get How Santa Got His Job and How Santa Lost His Job. That'd be a really cool one. And there's Pete the Cat again.
Pete the Cat Saves Christmas. Song of the Stars.
There was a book that I remember. I think it was called Silent Night. I'm not sure.
Probably because I came across that one a little while ago.
It was a pretty, I don't remember, but I just know, like, I've seen the image of, like, trees and snow, and I remember seeing The Silent Night.
Mercer Mayer's The Little Drummer Mouse. I didn't know he made other books besides the
I'd like to see that. I am a real big fan of the Drummer Boy guys and girls, and yeah, so that one I'd really like to read, too, about the Drummer Mouse. I mean, that's... Ho, 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 Tuckers.
Ho, 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 Tucker. It looks cute. It's about a little dog named Tucker.
All right, Pirate Princess. Love you, too. You guys have a good night.
Have a good night. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Again.
And we'll see you later. Gingerbread.
Gingerbread Pirates. Go check it out.
Yeah,
I'm
we're gonna check
go
that
look
out.
For it. What is Christmas? The Shaman Lock.
I've never seen What is Christmas or seen Red. Right. Santa Duck.
Santa Duck and his Merry Helper.
I want to read that one. That one looks cute.
I'm gonna spend my entire paycheck on Christmas.
Yeah, she's gonna start shopping for Christmas, guys. Watch, it's gonna be funny.
A creature was stirring. There's The Nightmare Before Christmas. I think I have this book, or my mom had it.
The Night Before Christmas. I think this is the one I was telling you about.
But that's the version.
And I'm pretty
sure we have this somewhere. Night Before Christmas by Clement Seymour.
I would say that would be definitely a good book to read on Christmas Eve to your kids.
That's how the Santa Claus.
Along with the Polar Express. The Polar Express is still gonna. I'd have to say it would still be my number one favorite book.
The Rose Such a Clatter Company.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my mom has that book. The Night Before
Here's
Christmas,
another
the little
golden book.
Little golden book. Oh, there's If You Take a Mouse to the Movies. I'm gonna have to look that one up.
I really like these books. These books are really, really good, guys. If you haven't read these, the mouse books.
The Mouse Cookie books by Laura Numeroff.
Those are really, really good books. I have read quite a few of those books when I was little growing up.
Yeah, they're cute because it starts with an animal and a little kid, and then the kid gives the animal something, and then the animal, whatever that thing is, it reminds them of something else, and so they want to do something out, that something that it reminds them, and then that something reminds them of something else, and they just go through this whole thing where the animal keeps getting distracted and wanting to do all these things, and it leads right back to the beginning where they want. They go back to where they start with whatever the food was that they gave them.
All I know is that these books got me wanting a small furry pet, and my mom was not allowing me to get a mouse. So instead, I got a hamster. I got a hamster. And that hamster was so spoiled by me. I used to spend all my allowance. He had a cool cage. He had this little cage that had pipes that went all around my room, and it was really cool. He had total freedom of my room. Skitsy used to get mad and try to chase him around. It was really fun. And here's another mouse, part of the mouse one, the Merry Christmas Mouse.
Merry Christmas Mouse.
I think we already spoke about that one earlier.
Mistletoe. I remember Mistletoe.
I have heard of that one.
I don't think I've read it, but I've heard it. Santa Kid. Have I heard about it? Dragon's Merry Christmas. That looks cute.
It does look cute.
Welcome Comfort.
I don't know. No Welcome Comfort.
It looks familiar. Anti-Claus. Little Tree. Merry Unchristmas.
Oh, there's that book. Oh, it looks kind of cool.
It looks cute. There was no snow on Christmas Eve.
If you're from New Mexico, that could be very, very true. If you're expecting to snow Christmas Eve, I don't see it in your forecast. Hoping, we could hope.
Oh, I was reading about it.
Oh, sorry.
10 Trim the Treers, a holiday counting book. I need it. Merry Christmas, or It's Christmas,
It's
David.
Christmas, David. I have read that book.
I've read the David stories. They're cute. David's so naughty. Santasaurus.
I don't know that one.
Who's Coming to Our House? It's the Christmas
story. The Christmas story.
The Brick Bible for Kids. It's Lego style. Interesting. The Little Christmas Elf.
Which is another gold book.
How Santa Really Works.
There's a lot of good Christmas books on this list. I don't know what she's reading.
No Time for Flashcards.com. It was like top 70 books or something.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of books, guys. I'm not going to allow her to go through all these books with us.
Why?
Because it's late.
That's okay. Go get some coffee. We'll wait.
Okay.
Back. Inside Outside Christmas. Hurry Santa. Santa's Kwanzaa. Oh, that sounds interesting.
Kwanzaa?
Yeah, Santa's Kwanzaa. I'll have to read that one. Mouse's Christmas. Mouse's First Christmas.
Albert's Christmas.
That looks cute. Room for a Little One.
No.
Olive the Other Reindeer. I think I've heard of that.
Olive the Other Reindeer. And just to let you guys know, Olive the Other Reindeer is a dog.
The dog. McDuff's New Friend.
McDuff's, is that going with Hillary? Oh wait, that's Hillary Duff.
It's a cute little doggy.
Bear stays up. Oh, I've read that book. I have read that book. He tries to stay up for Christmas. Because you know, bears hibernate in the winter. Mm-hmm. So all the forest animals, they try to get together to keep this bear up to, so he can celebrate Christmas for the first time. Mm-hmm. But he gets so tired and he keeps falling asleep and different disasters happen. It's a really good book.
That sounds cute.
I actually like that book.
Mini Merry Book Gingerbread Joy. A Small Christmas.
The Snowman. I don't know why that book sounds so familiar to me, guys. But I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and look up The Snowman and see what it's about. Because it's just really raising flags. But those are our Christmas books, guys. If you guys want to check them out.
75 Christmas books for kids.
Yeah,
I found this on notimeforflashcards.com.
So yeah, these will be if you're looking for books to read to your kids for Christmas Eve, guys. But we're gonna go ahead and end the show here, guys, because we've had you guys on for about an hour now. So I'm Chills with ChillsTV. If you guys haven't, please go ahead and like our videos, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Jelly's Journeys, please subscribe to her channel. She does do epic videos about Disney and her little journeys and adventures that she goes on, guys. So please, please subscribe to our channels and smash that like button, guys. I'm Chills with ChillsTV. Please have faith, hope, and love.
And dream big. Good night.
Peace. Good night, guys.